Hi everyone. Let me turn on my ring light. Hopefully it's a little bit better. Color might be still a little off, but hi everyone. I am back. Question mark. I feel like I'm in a new season of like my YouTube stuff. I mean, with the new thing that's kind of been going on. I think I mentioned in the past, I've been starting to coach more, but I've been like coaching a lot more than I expected. And so that's obviously taken over my life. And yeah, I think I'm gonna do my best to like fit in this stuff because I still like love all this stuff. But between me being sick very recently, I don't know if it'll come up during this video or not. But between getting sick, not wearing makeup, I'm fresh faced right now. I took a shower, so I'm not gonna be putting on any more makeup tonight. But just like wanting to get content out there. So I'm in the mindset right now, and yeah, I feel like things have been changing around. So I thought I would do a quick makeup date. I'm gonna actually try to make my video shorter. It's gonna be super tough. I mean, you all know me, and thank you for sitting through like 20+ minute long videos. I'm gonna try to keep it maybe closer to 10, maybe even like 7. And I don't edit, so it's gonna be really like, wow, sorry, I just did another recording and it just started on me. I thought it would be easier. Just a minute. Okay. All right. Just dropped something. So already this video is starting off chaotic, and that's what my life feels like, but that's fine. So let me start off with a makeup date. I think I was gonna just do like mainly what went out of my collection and not even so much what came in, or like one thing. And then I feel like I have I think I'm gonna share in another video about like some of the things I've been moving around in my collection. So I'll go for that, probably most likely my Pan palette. And yeah, let me show you some stuff that's been happening in my collection. So first thing that I think is gonna be most straightforward is this. So I finished a conditioner. I'm just gonna chuck it on the floor today. One of those days. I finished some facial pads. That's done. Finished up, well, decanted the last of this moisturizer, which is the Advanced Snail 92 from CosRX. They're all in one cream. Pretty good. It was a little thin to my liking, so my last batch actually mixed in with like a Vaseline-based, petroleum-based moisturizer, I guess. So yeah, this is done. Don't think I'll repurchase. Actually, this is the one I am replacing it with. Grabbed it from CVS. It was like originally 26 bucks, and I was able to grab it for like 6 something. So super happy about this find. It is heavy. It's definitely glass. Only 1.7 ounces though. I think that one had at least like 3, I think is 100 milliliters. So yeah, I think for the deal I was like great, but definitely not something I would typically purchase. So I should not throw that one on the floor. Sorry. And then oh, I finished a supplement, vitamin C plus D3 and zinc. I would say I say the vitamin C did help with immunity because this past week was the most sick I've gotten despite having been exposed to other germs. So I'll take it. Finished up, I decanted the last of this essence, the Snail Mucin essence from CosRX. I have another serum to work through, a 2 fluid ounce serum to work through next. So that is not, yeah, so I won't be repurchasing this anytime soon. So just trying to remember that. I'm like, it's done, but I already have something coming. I decanted the last of this face powder that I had. I think it was a Laura Mercier one. Started working through that. And then I finished lip gloss. So that one's done too, and I actually will feature the skin in my Deca Panning update. That's what came out. What came in was a lot. Actually, I might as well share with you guys a little project that I did because I think it makes sense together. So basically, I have been really looking into like condensing my makeup, and it's not like a term that I've thrown around a ton, but I think it's really popular in the makeup artistry world, where it's essentially like decanting your stuff and like putting them into smaller pots or jars or whatever, and it makes sense to call it condensing. I think it's just something like I've just always called it like frankening or like re-panning or like, I don't know, like I think just the term, I'm like, oh, there's actually a name for this now. So it makes a lot of sense. There's actual companies that are really dedicated to this, and I was looking around, but I just like couldn't commit to one. And I was like, okay, if the idea is like I already have pans. I think I just need like a place to put them in. So I ended up getting these thin pencil cases. Sorry, it's so hard to see on camera, but they're translucent. And there's just like these thin pencil cases. I mean, they're not like super sturdy, but like, I don't know. I think I just wanted to really try the concept. So I got one of these, and I wish I got a video of this because, I mean, I really put some work into it, and I just wasn't sure if it was going to work, so I just didn't film it, and sometimes it's just what my impulsive makeup mind does. And so because I already had Freedom pans and palettes, I ended up just putting them in here. And on top of that, I don't know how good or bad this was, but essentially, I wanted to put both powder and cream products in here. And so I was like, okay, because I'm working through so many cream products between like a cream blush, a cream contour, primer, and, you know, like eye primer and stuff like that too. So I actually ended up getting, I remember getting one of these in, maybe it was from Glambot, I can't remember. But basically they shipped their eyeshadow in one of these really small sample containers. And I was like, I feel like there's just a lot of, especially if I'm going to be condensing my makeup, like housing my cream products in a standard eyeshadow pan in one of these, inside one of these. I think it's like enough protection to like, you know, keep the consistency of the formula in an okay state. So that's what I did. This is my little makeup condensed kit now. It literally is everything except for like a sponge and like the big brushes, right? And like a big face powder or something. Like that's really the main things I'm reaching for outside of this. Even my mascara is in here, which I would say hit or miss. Sometimes I still reach for my mascara too, but honestly, like I am so proud of this. And honestly, when I put like a rubber band around it, I want to have something nicer than a kale rubber band. But yeah, like this is, let me give you a little tour, I guess. So from the outside, it's not very appealing, but I like that it's translucent. I think I just need to work on like because you know, you can still see the magnets and like how dirty the back is, but all that aside, I would say the inside of it is quite nice. So actually I opened it the wrong way, obviously. So I actually do have a little sheet of like a tissue in here that I use to separate the powder products from the other ones. And so I do have a few loose items in here just because I had to, and I'm actually not, I can actually flip it up because everything's glued in pretty much. Like I needed enough space to actually lift up the like compact. So, so I couldn't just like, yeah, I couldn't just like smush them all up against each other, but I think I'm going to keep working on that. But I really could only fit about 4. I could maybe squeeze in 5. But the 2 loose ones right now is a primer and my mascara actually. I actually like melted my mascara into an aluminum pan and it is doing okay. And as you guys know, I use a mascara brush, or like I've learned how to use a mascara brush. So I just keep the mascara brush in here and it just kind of pops in really nicely. So I have my cream blush in here. I have my cream concealer in here. This is cream contour and eyeshadow. And I think all of these are essentially Franken's. I mean, this one's a MAC cream concealer formula, but I've mixed multiple shades in here. So that's kind of what's going on there. And then, yeah, these are my powders right now. These were eyeshadows that I've been working on. Gem from ABH, dark red something, Franken, powder Franken, contour Franken, blush Franken. So that's how they all fit in here. So then I just like pop this back in here. I also have my eyeliner that I'm trying to work through, and my lip liner that I'm also trying to work through in here as well. And I just kind of like kind of just angle the loose ones kind of nicely, and then it technically closes. You heard that, it closes, but I think because it's such like poor packaging, it just doesn't always latch, so I just have the rubber band as protection. But honestly, like throwing this into a bag, it's like so compact, and it's so like everything's so packed in there that I'm really not worried about anything breaking or anything like that. And so, yeah, I'm really proud of this. Like, I feel like this is even more condensed than I've seen even those condensed kits. And this is like my personal condensed one, right? It's not for makeup artistry. Like, I could totally see this being like a touch-up kit for somebody, right? But yeah, so this is kind of the state of this. And I feel like this really changes the game in terms of how I approach my makeup from now. And it does shift a little bit in terms of like me as a project planner as well. I think now I'm really interested in terms of like, how can I just be reaching for this on a daily basis rather than like 15 different products, right? Like use what I can from this and then like maybe reach for, like I said, those brushes and things like that. So yeah, and the little sample containers, I got the whole bag, 100 of them for like 30 bucks maybe. And yeah, I don't need 100, but in this one alone, I already used 6. And I can totally see myself when I'm traveling, like especially like I'm gonna go on a few weekend trips coming up. Like I could totally see myself just using a few of these here and there. They're gonna get thrown around, right? Like I feel like I mean this will last me a few years, but I think I can work through it. But if you're interested in trying this concept or think any of these would be useful for you, I would be happy to share. So shoot me a message on Instagram and we can chat. And if you would like to try some of this, let me know. I feel like just these are so satisfying to use. And so yeah, so I have one empty one for any future projects I want to do. I have this one that I'm mainly working out of now, and I'll probably feature again in my Pan Those palettes, but just wanted to kind of give you a more thorough tour. And I also picked up some like fine mister bottles. I have 3 of these because I feel like the one that I was using for my alcohol was getting really mangled. The one for my facial spray I wanted to try, but I still ended up, thankfully the nozzles still fit on here because it was not fine enough of a mist. So like the MAC Fix Plus nozzle still reigns supreme in my book, but I feel like I might start to just transition back to this one because it's a little splurty and whatever. But yeah, other than that, I think those are the main updates. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of the other stuff that I wanted to update in terms of like condensing this kit and stuff like that, like definitely took a chunk out of some products, but I think I'll update that on like my next project panning video. So I'll probably do that a little bit later. So anyways, got it to just about 11 minutes here, 12 minutes. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this was entertaining and interesting, and that you'll, you know, stick around for my other updates in terms of all the shenanigans I do around here. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.